To integrate, to integrate Zoom with Moodle, we first check out if there was any existing plugin, Moodle plugin for Zoom. And we found one in the Moodle plugin repository. This plugin is developed by UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles.
So our journey with Zoom started by installing the UCLA plugin to one of our test sites, and we started testing it. On top of that, we started talking to course creators, administrators, teachers, and several people about their work processes and requirements on the technology. So basically, how the UCLA plugin works is that the activity creator is automatically set as the host of the meeting. In our case, where course creators are not necessarily the teachers of the class, that wouldn't work out. So we basically needed something where the course creator can either assign a host if the teacher of the class is already known, or that could be left blank for later. Let's say till the start of term. Another thing that wasn't covered by the UCLA plugin was any handling of exceptions. Say a teacher fell sick, or a guest lecturer wants to appear in a class. Zoom itself provides a feature called alternative hosts, but that feature wasn't supported by the UCLA plugin.
So we decided to create our own plugin, but not from scratch. We simply forked UCLA plugin to create our own plugin. Then we developed our required features, and we also did some improvement. For example, we handle automatically Zoom authentication. So imagine the teacher click on the link Start Meeting, and within this link, we include a token that we grab from Zoom API that's going to identify the user when he starts the meeting. So no need for the teacher to type any Zoom login or Zoom password. Is already automatically logged in. The challenges. Zoom was a new system. I never used it before, never heard about, so we first had to learn how to use it. Then we map our user stories with Zoom technologies.
So Zoom was a new technology for most users involved. So a lot of training sessions and comms had to pave the way for a successful launch in May this year. The launch went very well, and we were able to gather feedback for further improvements from the pilot group. Of course, a successful launch always attracts other people or other colleges got interested in using the Zoom plugin. With new people interested, they always come with new requirements as well. So one of the major things that wasn't covered by version 1 of the plugin was any handling of lecture recordings. So what we basically wanted to achieve is that the teacher can simply hit the record meeting button, and the recording becomes automatically available in Moodle for the student afterwards. For us, it was very important to have a secure solution to store the recordings and to protect the privacy of the students.
So we identified a few issues keeping the recording in Zoom Cloud. The first one was all the recordings were under the teacher account. So what happened when the teacher leaves or decide to delete the recordings? There is no branding, which means no watermark and no, and the cost to keep your recording in Zoom Cloud is just prohibitive. So we decided to move our recording to AWS. Why AWS? Because it's the biggest cloud provider, is available in each region our businesses are, and we already work with AWS. So let me show you our solution, our stack we have in AWS. We can deploy this solution in less than 30 minutes using CloudFormation script. So all our recording is stored in a S3 bucket. We use Elastic Transcoder to add watermark and copyright statements. And to download or stream the video within Moodle, we use AWS CloudFront. With this service, our S3 buckets are not publicly exposed, and it provides a whole bunch of statistics on regarding our usage. With this solution, in about 30 minutes after the class ends, it's already available for the student in Moodle. So how much does it cost to run that in AWS? So using AWS Calculator, let's take an example. You have 1,000 videos, 1 hour each. Each video is viewed 100 times. It will cost you around $2,500.
So let's have a look how a Zoom activity actually looks like in Moodle. In the top area, you can see basic information about the Zoom meeting, and in the bottom area, you can see how recordings are displayed.
So the version 2 with recording went live 2 weeks ago. We're still gathering some feedback regarding the recording management. And we're now going to start the process to submit this new plugin to Moodle HQ so we can share it with the community.
So we know this was quite a short presentation, and we didn't cover every detail, in as much detail as we wanted. So if you have any questions, please ask. Thanks.
I'm actually from UCLA, and I work with Rex Lorenzo, who, together with the rest of our team, created the Zoom plugin. And we worked extensively modifying it to take care of some of the use cases that you mentioned as not being covered. So I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. You said that our plugin made it impossible for the students and/or participants to enter the meeting if the host wasn't there. Is that correct? So you needed to have the host. The host had to have the meeting going before the participants could enter it.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, but now we were talking about that the host is automatically logged into Zoom. He or she doesn't have to log in. When you hit the Start Meeting button, you don't have to log into Zoom. The system does it for you.
Okay, I think I was talking about something slightly different, but
okay.
I guess with our system, a lot of our instructors use Zoom by taking advantage of the recurring meeting option.
Yep.
They go in, create a meeting, start it, it's open forever, and they also then choose the enable or allow students to enter before hosts. So the students can go into that meeting space anytime they want without the instructor knowing. So it's, for some instructors, it's quite a useful feature, and I'm not my sense was that wasn't.
No, I think what we had to change was when we create Zoom activity, you need the creator of the Zoom activity has to be the host. So the teacher has to create an activity. The problem we have is when we create this activity, we basically don't know who's going to be the host. But we need to create an empty shelf, an empty activity to be here, and later on we will set up the host.
The problem persists. Thanks.
Thank you. Other questions? We probably have time for one or possibly two questions. Nope? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just quickly, that fee again, $2,500, annual, monthly?
Per month.
A month.
So it was per month when you generate first month if we create 1,000 videos.
Okay. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Andrea.